Hey there, folks. This is KlerikReturns returning to you with somewhat of a special building episode today. We're kind of at the point where we need some lighting in our pickled badger pig trading post area situation type stuff. So I was looking at these daylight sensors. That's what they're called, right? Yep, daylight sensor. And looked up a couple ideas. I found, excuse me, I found this one on YouTube somewhere. I'm sorry, I forget who it is. I saw a couple different versions of it actually. So there's this one, and is it this one? I think, which this is the same. So we'll just these two right here. Kind of got some ideas of where to start basically, and I was like, these are okay. Like this one looks kind of cool. You know, it's got the Y kind of shape going on. This one's very minimalistic. I like that a lot. But then this guy at night, as you can tell, I've been working on this for a while. There we go. So this one at night, it hovers, you know, and that's kind of nope. I don't like it. And then this guy, oh right, so I didn't like it, so I tried it with this, and you know, it looks okay. It looks a little top heavy, if you will. This guy looks good at night, but then during the day, I don't know, with this thing hanging out here, it's not terrible, but you know, it's not my favorite. So I made this and kind of played around with that, and then I made these here, just kind of same idea of you move the redstone block. Oop, there we go. To light things up, and these are okay. They're definitely more hefty and larger, and you know, they're all right. Same kind of thing here as across the way there, and this guy as well. Just kind of went for up and over around the back kind of situation. They're okay. I mean, if you like these, the whole idea of this video. I'm letting you know now. I don't know why I didn't let you know earlier, but the idea is to share kind of my experimentation with different lighting options with the the daylight sensor, and you know, take them and use them as you like. You know, if you can give me credit, I'd appreciate it, but if not, no worries. So these I've kind of seen here and there, and I'm like, you know, I don't like it. It's too bulky. And I thought, well, why are we moving the redstone block necessarily? Why can't we just move the lamps? So I kind of came up with, let's try and find a simple one. So here we go. This is the basic design that I came up with, these two. This one, the daylight sensor, is up on top of the piston. This one, it's next to the piston. And you'll see on these, wow, that's really loud. Let me turn that down for ya. Much better. These stay connected, which I really appreciate. And then it's connected down here, so it looks a bit more sturdy, a little more hefty, in my opinion. And then this up here, I had to put an extra block up here, otherwise it just kind of, it floats, you know what I mean? So we can put a block there, and it's nice because there's that overlap right there. But design-wise, this one, it's okay. Kind of has that floaty feel, the detached feel, kind of like this one does at night, where it's just got the hovering bits. So that one, and then I'm getting to these. So I took this idea, and I thought, well, you know, if I could do it on one side, why don't I do it on all four sides? You know, just to get a nice hefty one going on. So I did this design and really liked it. I think we might use this one for some major lighting in our, you know, next to the pickled badger pig, maybe right outside. Just get some big lights going on, brighten up the area a whole bunch. So this is the 4 pistons surrounding the daylight sensor in the middle, and you can put a half block on top because that's considered a transparent block. And I also added these item frames on the outside to kind of hide the pistons a little bit, make it a little more uniform in color. And you can also, like I did on this one, you can add different things to the item frames to kind of give an accent. I chose to go with a red accent, but you can use any block in there. So, you know, white or any other colored clays or wool, you know, blue. If you use lapis blocks in there, that can look pretty cool. I tried that out. But this is nice because it gets connection on the bottom, very sturdy and stable, and then when we swap over, it kind of has this balanced counterweight feel down below, and it's very solid up above with some nice good color, and very sturdy and stable looking. This one I went with a full trunk block, I guess you could say, oak wood block, just to give it a little more short, stubby, sturdy, solid kind of feel. And this one, during the day, it goes all the way to the ground, so it kind of becomes a structure at that point, which is, it's, cost benefit. What am I trying to say? Good pluses and minuses about it, I guess. And again, the item frames for decoration. So, thinking, let's see. So let me cover the rest of this. So this is the basic design without anything else around it for these two. You got your redstone block in the middle and the daylight sensor in the center on the top, and you just run your fence post up in the middle. 4 pistons, couple of lamps. Easy peasy. Right. Then I thought, let's check this out. Why don't we use a different redstone power source? And this kind of came up, and I was like, that's an interesting idea. It's very hovery, it's very futuristic, I think, because this is now completely hovering and detached from anything. But with the redstone torch kind of giving its little flares and things, it's got that futuristic feel to it. No? It's like we're making a hovering light, hover light. So continuing this idea of different redstone power sources, I was like, why don't we use a block? So over here we've got our mucho blockos. All the different types of cool looking blocks, at least as far as I think. I got a little bit close there, sorry about that. But yeah, you just snap a power on top, or excuse me, on the side here, and this ends up working out to being a pretty cool look. Especially I like this coal block. It kind of gives a nice, I didn't really spread these out too well. It gives a nice cohesion to the feel of the black here, going to more of like a dark gray up to the lighter gray of the piston here with some wood tones all throughout. Very nice overall, I think. Well balanced. We might end up using these because they look, on the whole, if you look at this little strip of lights here, the consistency looks really good. And if they were all the coal blocks in the back, that would look so beautiful. So maybe we'll try that out, or we can use different blocks. I'm thinking on servers where you want to show off your wealth, so to speak. You can use these diamond or gold or emerald or redstone blocks, or circle stone if you're doing a LP world that kind of shows off, hey, I found X number of jungle temples, I'm so cool, something like that. And then, so that's kind of the main different ways that I've done the different lamp posts. So we got the redstone moving, then you got the lamp itself moving, and then you've got the lamp moving with a different power source than the redstone block. Because the redstone block, it looks pretty good. Let's go take a look at this one. It just looks solid, It looks a nice balance color-wise. It's got kind of bland colors with an awesome accent color. Let's bring it back at daytime. And it all just comes together really well, and they just look good. It's hard to describe. So moving forward, I just kind of played around with this idea of having the piston above the daylight sensor, and it just kind of made things complicated. It's a nice bigger feel, I think, because it does kind of balance out with the angles that we got going on. And it's fair. So this is just another idea. Maybe it'll work in your world, but I don't think I'll be using it in mine. And finally, I wanted to come down here and take a look at these, I guess you'd call them structure lights. I don't really know what you'd call them. But it uses, the first set of 3 I have here use the moving the redstone block idea. So they've got a piston, I think we can even, so we got a piston facing down in the center with the redstone block right here. You switch to daytime, pushes the redstone block down and unlights the lights, delights. Delights the lights, something like that. So on these I got some item frames with some of that squiggly quartz block, brain quartz. Just as an idea, you know, overall feel. Same system here. You got the piston in the top underneath everything. Yep. That's interesting. So it's different idea. Here's there's a very basic one, basic shape. These are a little bit more bulky. It's a little bit more streamlined. You could use pillars here, and I think it'd look pretty good. But moving on here, I took the idea of let's leave that redstone block or the power source in the same spot and use the pistons to push the lamps around. And so we kind of get these here, which are, this one's really funny looking. I think it looks like either a UFO landing. Here, let's get it lit up. Looks like a UFO landing, or I could see this going very well in like a Japanese tea garden type situation. It's got that pyramid-y type feel. Something to me speaks Asian garden about it. I don't know. You decide. Here's a little pyramid job, just some stairs and a slab on top. Very, very, very basic. And with these, this is probably the easiest to see it with. There's your daylight sensor in the center there. And again, we can put it under a half block because that is considered a transparent block. You get your pistons directly next to that daylight sensor, and the redstone block is underneath. And luckily, the redstone block, here we can just break that. The redstone block doesn't interfere at all with the daylight sensor. For some reason, it keeps it separate, which makes these things work really well. So when daytime comes, these get pushed into the ground and it kind of reveals the block in the center. So you could use, what am I thinking? Let's try this out. Let's do a little building while we're here. So you can use a redstone block in there, or let's grab a lapis block. You can use any block in the center here. You just have to power it. I think this. Oh, it'll turn the lights on from there. I forgot about that. So, I mean, if you want the lights on underground, this will work fine. Yeah, I've been just like playing around for hours with this thing. So you can have like a blue core, you know, get your engine going to blue core, and then nighttime comes and hides the core and lights things up. But, you know, it does a good job. You can't really see the lights, obviously, during the daytime. But you can have any powered block in the center. You could even put a redstone torch if you wanted to have kind of a different feel going on. This guy is more of a sturdy, this is like a reactor core kind of guy. And put the item frames around it again, just like this guy here. Just the pistons really stick out a lot if they don't have something on it to kind of hide it. And oops, my bad. They're kind of ugly, I'm going to admit. So I like to dress them up a little bit. This guy is nice, big, awesome. You can have it in a 2-story building. You can turn it into a reactor core situation. And let's view this last guy at nighttime. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I just had a brilliant idea that you could use... Nope, won't work. So the one thing that I've learned... overall is that you can't have a piston with a power source above it because it will, or at a diagonal either. So if you put it there, this is just gonna stay. It's the bud switch situation, but it only works if it's a vertical power source. So that's what enables these here. I think I broke one here. So this is the power source here, and it would normally power the piston, power the piston diagonally, but in this case, because it's facing down, it doesn't do it. If it faces sideways, like, can we get over here? If it faces sideways, it also doesn't power it diagonally, like. Do I have a sideways one? I guess I don't. Sideways works as well. You'll just have to take my word for it. You can try it yourself. But if you got a piston going upward, if you have a diagonal power source, and you do a block update, yeah, and it turns itself into a bud switch. So it's that up and down situation. So you got to go downwards or sideways with your pistons when you're lighting things. And I think that's about all I really wanted to cover with this. So, take a look at all these different ideas. Take some that you like. Give me credit if you think of it, if you remember to. And I think, we'll just call this like a quick little tutorial episode. I won't do any building, but in the next episode, we'll definitely come back and integrate at least one of these light styles, probably one of these styles with a different block here, maybe the quartz, because that kind of seems to be the accent color that we're going for. Maybe this guy right here I'm really enjoying. So we'll probably do some of these and maybe some of the smaller ones along the road in the Let's Build world. Who protects the protectors? Alright, so that's all I got for you guys. This is KlerikReturns saying until I return, thanks for watching. Remember to leave a like, and I will see you guys next time. Bye now.